Yes, indeed, y'all. Salute, 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 salute. It's good to see y'all climbing in here. I see the numbers is going up. It's gonna. Hey, listen. I'm very happy to see y'all checking in with your boy on this Father's Day Sunday. Yeah, I mean the brothers will be checking in. Make sure y'all share this thing out. The conversation is necessary. And we really gonna wake some shit up today, man. And it is important that in order to understand what would be considered the present and or future, we must understand our past first. We got to go to the past, right? And we've had so many families, so many teachers, scholars, warriors on the ground who inevitably told us what we had to look forward to should we not collectively act in order to prevent some of this stuff that is taking place today. Okay? And the question is going to be posed to me at some point. Well, Chef, what do we do now? I think you have to look at yourself and then say, what are you not doing? What haven't you done over whatever course of the amount of years that you've been on this damn planet? Right? We're going to have a conversation, but real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you're here for the first time, but you're not here for a long time, this program is brought to you by Bloodline Films in collaboration with LWF Training for season 2 of On Their Next podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And you know what? Listen, you got to make sure that you are locked in. We are always doing different things. We're going to have the brothers in here. I see shows as best we can. And particularly, this is Father's Day. For those of you putting respect on your dad, I want to say this for myself. I know some cats out there that Pops wasn't necessarily involved in their lives, but their purpose may not have been to be about purpose other than bringing you into this world. And those particular good traits can be those that you are then assigned to shine to the world. So for those who feel some particular way for their dad not being there when you wanted them to, understand that the better qualities of the man were put into you for you to do something about that. All right? Walk in your purpose with those genetic benefits, or I would say, to make a difference, y'all. So let me go ahead and bring these brothers up, man. I'm going to bring Brother Dr. Short up, but I want to check in with everybody. If you're in the building, make sure you sound off real quick, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pat Talk Special Edition, Father's Day Edition. It only makes sense. It only freaking makes sense to have a Father's Day edition, y'all. Okay? So, yeah, this is Pat Talk today, ladies and gentlemen. F your family, F your kids. That is the sentiment of the immigrant right now. Okay? That is the sentiment of the immigrant. But if you're in the building, please sound off. Let your boy know it's real. I see my sister Stars in here real quick. Let me get a little Chef in here real fast.
Peace, peace, peace. Let me see. Peace, Sister Star. Good to see you, sis. It's always a pleasure. Yes, indeed. Salute, salute. Good to see our Sister Star. All right, let's get into it.
Now, bear with me. My brother Dr. Short, sir, are you there, sir?
White Jesus is with me.
Ah, very well. That means you are undefeated, sir. That means
And I
you.
can't. I mean, I can make both slaves still like me. So, take
Yes.
the history and everything. So this very little. You know,
Absolutely.
it's like white Jesus has the Jews bombing Iran, and these folks still want to talk about peace. So,
Mm.
there's
Okay.
nothing like white Jesus. You should try it. I mean, if you get hooked on it, and it is addictive.
Yes,
So,
indeed, brother
yes,
Doctor
so,
Short. Boy, Jesus addicted. Salute to brother Doctor Short in the building, y'all. Salute to my brother Negro. Salute to you as well, sir. Good to see you. Salute to brother Negro checking in from the cloud. Yes, indeed. Now, brother Doctor Short, sir, before we get into what we need to get into, the church. I saw the church. The church seems to be going a little bit crazy, and it's interesting on this Sunday that a fight has been breaking out at it looks like what is this, the Episcopal Baptist, but I'm gonna bring this up here because they say now the saying is that church is no longer where you go, it's where you at. Okay. And what so happens to be here in this particular case where this young man was at, they didn't necessarily say why this particular fighting was taking place at this church, but I'm sure it had to be some nigga shit. Yeah. I'm sure it had to be some more. Maybe somebody's messing with somebody's wife. You know how these things go in the church. And or the offering was a little light today, sir. So let's go ahead and play this real quick. Now see the drummer. Look at the drummer windmilling back there. Dr. Short, now you got Saturday service, sir. Is any of this windmilling going on during your Saturday virtual service, sir?
well,
Salt Ministries, sir. Salt Ministries.
uh, this is what I'm going to say. I would fight if I were that big as those people there. This looks like that's how can I say, a self-help diabetes camp.
Mm,
Just look at the size of the people in the video. And so
mm,
maybe somebody doesn't have diabetes after eating all
mm.
the bad food that they had, you know. So they're probably mad there's nowhere go via Ozempic for them. But look, my issue, and it will remain, a church it never has been a physical building. A church, in its proper definition, are people that believe in God.
Right.
And so if going to what I call religious real estate is a religious experience, it's sort of like saying getting behind the wheel of a car makes you a driver. No, you're
Mm-hmm.
just a person in an automobile. If you don't know how to drive, if you have no relationship with the road, with the rules of driving, you're not a driver, even if you're in an automobile.
Mm,
And it's the same thing for a believer. Being in a building doesn't make you a believer. It is your belief in the life that you lead, what you've learned, and what you know how to do and what you do.
right.
That makes you a driver, not that you're in the vehicle, not that you own cars, not that you visit car shows.
Right. Point.
Going to various buildings does not make you a believer. Being around obese people that eat bad food, that have sacred house music, doesn't make you a believer.
Mm,
Okay, the same way I can have the automobile keys, I can have the title to the car, I can have a range of things, but it doesn't mean I am a motorist.
okay. Mm-hmm.
So, back to what we do on Saturdays or Sabbath is we talk about living and being God fearing people. It isn't easy. It requires things like not lying, not cheating, not
Right. Come on.
stealing, not backstabbing people, not putting things before God or other people. It means not having an untransformed character. It actually means being a man. The scriptures say, let your yea be yea and your nay, nay. You can't, for example, you can't be a jellyback, weak man dominated by females or by your genitalia and be a patriarch. May have male genitalia, may even have kids, may even be a ladies' man, or should say a ladies' boy, but you're not a patriarch,
Come on.
right? There's something that goes with it. And by the way, there is a hatred of truth, facts, details, information. In fact, much of what makes a man isn't physical. It's not your musculature, because some of the biggest ass pirates, booty bandits in the world, who will tell you booty is booty,
Mm.
who work out the gym, look like gladiator gurus,
Right.
are in prison. Other places, they just work out, but all that musculature isn't to provide protection, safety, or to even titillate a woman. It's to appeal to a man. So all of this hyper masculine behavior isn't really about character or being a man. It is having the appearance of what one might associate with manhood, but not the essence, right? It's sort of like you're in New Jersey, right across the river from New York. They have places all over Manhattan where you can get knockoff goods that are made in China, the same people that make the real things. And the knockoffs are almost impossible to determine from the so-called brand names. But they're not the brand names because they don't have the document of authenticity. So it has everything that the real thing does, but it isn't. For Black people, we tend to be more about how it feels than what it is, right? What, it feels. This is sort of how we get caught up in feminism and simpism and well, use my term, brotherfuckerism. Why is it that people from Latin America that are 4'8" men have more power than Black men 6'9", almost 7 feet tall? How is that? How could a incredibly powerful Black man that's 7 feet tall or taller have less power than a person that doesn't speak the language, that came into the country unlawfully, that's 4'8"? And see something else about manhood that just not about American male. Collective sense of reciprocity. I need you. You matter. I'm all down for you. I'm 10 toes down for the next person. What I respect that you must have, like you have a job. When Black gets screwed anywhere, this happens to you, Chef C. You're alone. Even not even another Black who's going through everything you're going through, but would never band with you to fight. This is the opposite of what men do in every other culture. Typically, something bad can happen. Just watch TV. Watch a white man get into trouble and watch white men rally. Put your hands on a white man in public and watch white men rally to that one white man, even if he's in the wrong, if he's drunk and he's saying nigger, they're going to rally to him because their manhood isn't an isolated masturbatory thing, right? Their manhood is rooted in the manhood of other men, right? This is not what black men do. Black men, or should I say black males, are catty. They will sit back and let laws written against their or policies screw them and no one does anything, and each individual goes to the court and gets cheered and ripped off and mistreated, and no one says anything. You know what these so-called are like? The men that call themselves black are like 19th century women before they had the votes.
Well, watch this, brother Short. Now, see, I like what you're saying. See, I brought this up just to get us a little started here, but I want to jump right into the subject matter today because you know what? How men used to be, right? Well, so we always talk about the old warriors and stuff that we had back in the day. Let me bring something up just to make it make sense here, because now when I look at the plight, well, just look at the environment that we're in right now collectively. I think to myself, I say the messaging was out there. The messaging has always been out here, right? And you know what? On this Father's Day, I think it's necessary that we bring up the young man to give us a little hand here to drive this thing on home. See, now Martin Luther King, because we're looking at these protests going on all over the place. And I continue to say to folks, I said, listen, this is not protest. This is conquest. And the signal boosting of this conquest is told that you must get these Negroes on your side in order to displace them. You must create a fake allegiance with them in order to benefit your people group until those numbers get where we need them. Play nice. Smile in their face. Send your daughters out and have sex with them while we get all the resources. Right? And until we get our numbers up, we'll play nice and we'll let them have sex with our daughters. We'll let them have kids with them. But we will not ensure that they are in a position to stay above us. Granted, they're the original people here. Okay? But that means nothing to a conqueror. A people who are about and prioritize conquest. Okay, let's play this here because Martin Luther King tried to tell Negroes so many years ago. Then you had Malcolm and alike, and Negroes do nothing about it. So here we are.
Money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farms. Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps.
Let's pause it right there. And I'm alley-ooping you, brother Dr. Short. I'm sending you a bird, sir. I am sending you a bird, and I want to thank Martin Luther King for this. He's getting me set up because they are being given millions of dollars. Look at this here. Martin Luther King said that years ago. I want folks to take a look at that top corner. Now, this is a receipt that folks like to forget because the amnesia of our people collectively just really gets us up out the way. $13,000 to your model minorities, your immigrant, your asylum seekers. 13 fucking thousand in food stamps, chased by close to another 5,000 in actual cash, and that's coming to him per month. Now, Martin Luther King's speech, I just played the speech, Brother Short. What year was that? We're talking at least 60 years ago, right? 40, 50?
No, it's not 60. That's from 1968. So it's 57 years ago.
Bingo. Okay? And the reason I played the government portion, federal funds being given away, and he's talking about the people who say, yeah, pick yourself up by your bootstrap, sir. Now we're hearing from the honorable immigrant who then says, we don't like to do those jobs. We're lazy. Okay? Who's going to pick the quote unquote strawberries, the vegetables? I came to the country, quote unquote, right? I came to this country, United States, with nothing but the clothes on my back. Is that what you did? And ironically, Brother Dr. Short, part of that particular statement is actually accurate, right? However, everybody else knows that upon getting here, you got 13,000, anywhere from 10 to north of that 10,000 in food stamps waiting on you, right? 5,000, which allows you to rent anywhere. Okay, you can definitely put a roof over your head, but you're going to come and tell the people, the original indigenous people of this land, that you're lazy, you don't like to work. Right? On this Father's Day, I'm being reminded of something, sir, that in order to survive, Black America must reignite the conquest gene or energy in them, because most of our communities are already gone. So now we have to snatch them back, sir. We got to snatch them back. What say you?
I can't say we have communities, but we at least had collectives or places that we lived, residential areas.
Right.
It isn't just the illegals. We're being strangled in our crib by traitors, feminists, fagonists, the boule, blacknecks, sellout, Democrats, preachers, pharmacists, right? And others. This is being done. If you saw the clip of Jamal Bryant and Jesse and them marching for illegal aliens.
Oh yeah, I got you lined up, Brother Short. I got you lined up, sir.
And when they asked the question, he passed the microphone. This man doesn't even pass along another man or a woman, but he passed the microphone when he was asked a truthful question. But Mr. Bryant, he is a Greek. He's in the Black Greek Letter Organization. Jesse is in the Black Greek Letter Organization. We have an organized army of traitors.
Say it again, sir. Hold on. Say that back. Say that again.
We have an organized military, an organized force, a nation within a nation of traitors whose mission is to Judas goat us out of existence. A Judas goat is a animal with cloven hooves, that guide sheep to the place where their heads are chopped off. And there's a little rail they go up. The sheep do not trust people,
Come on.
but they will trust an animal that's similar to themselves. And they walk up this plank, and it's set up for the goat to stand aside once he's led them to the point, and they walk to their deaths and they get butchered. And the Judas goat repeats his assignment. This is what all the Black Greeks, the Prince Hall Masons, the crooked Black ministers, all of them are actively engaged in the extermination of Black people. Period. Okay.
Hold on, brother Short. Now let's bring your context so we can make it make sense. And you continue where you were, sir. Let's bring the context so everybody knows what you're talking about and understand where you're coming from. This is the clip that Brother Dr. Short is talking about. You have Judas among you. We've always had these fucking charlatans among us. Okay? And you know what? But this is a clip of a guy who appears to look like a Latino asking the question that many Negroes who get close enough to Jesse and a Jamal Bryant don't ask or have the opportunity to ask. And you want to see the reaction here. And then we're going to go back to Brother Short and have him continue to cook this up.
Sir? Yes. I understand the boycott against Target, against DEI. Yes. But why is the Rainbow Push Coalition supporting illegal aliens if illegal aliens disproportionately affect the Black community jobs?
Say it one more time.
Why is the Rainbow Push Coalition supporting illegal aliens when illegal aliens disproportionately negatively affect the Black community?
Yeah, that's not true.
It is true.
I want to say a salute to Brother Black Laren and my brother Reg Sig, and we got our brother Q in here. Let's play the rest of this clip, and then we go on to Brother Short, and then we're going to go to my brother Q, man. Yeah, but that's the question right there. But let's play some more of this, and we're going back to Brother Short.
They take jobs, right? But they take your jobs.
Look at these sellout Negroes. Grease-headed ass Negroes and this life support looking Jesse Jackson piece of shit. You got to always look out for these folks. These is all the super fraternity ass. Oh, I can't stand these niggas, man.
Legal.
Let me offer.
Nothing?
Thank you so much for coming out today.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
This is the Rainbow Push Annual Conference.
I mean, if you want to support
People's Conference
Black
of
jobs,
Call to Action.
you don't support illegal aliens coming
We
in and
started this morning
undercutting
with the
Black jobs.
Why is a Latino standing 10 toes down on just American industry, but then having the nerve to go up against a bunch of bootlegs? We have been, listen, man, we have been so fucking run up the fucking stream and just done dirty by people who look like us. This is why they've always trotted out this first black bullshit, y'all. To co-opt your minds as if it's some form of progress when you got these jigaboos in the background always running plays against us. Always against the collective. So they can be the special Negro and Negresses.
Doesn't make sense though, right?
I mean,
And look at this punk. You're a punk. And look at this clown over here with the jacket on. These are not all of these punks. These are punks. These are melanated punks. Do you hear me? And they all seem to have a particular look about them. These Negroes are so happy that they get to smell the fucking shit turd of a fucking wheelchair that Jesse Jackson's sitting in. They're close enough to get a whiff of that ass, you cowards. This is the shit. When you want to know why things don't move, it has been these kind of folks who have always been among us. You can start at the home first. Okay? Let me finish to play the rest of this. Then I'm gonna go to Brother Short. I'll play the rest of this out.
Welcome to Joel, the comedian, Christian comedian. Excuse me. Move on with Darius Brooks and uplifted by Jacqueline
No
Carr
answer to the question,
to
but
end
that
the evening.
everybody,
You're
anybody
welcome
involved
there.
with
It is
this,
free admission. So please
and
come
I'll
and sojourn
I'll
with
answer
us.
the question for you,
Pray with us.
because it doesn't matter about black jobs. This is about raising money for their coalition. They don't actually do things to support the black community, because if they did, they'd be working to stop black on black violence. But what they want to do is continue DEI, continue making excuses, continue victim mentality instead of setting people free. That's what that is. To the point where they're praying to the Holy Spirit for abortion, for homosexuality, and for illegal aliens. You talk about deception. The devil is the deceiver, and he has deceived this group of people, sadly. Pray for them.
Dr. Short, you got it.
There's an interesting thing I'll say. And of course, tell your audience they can all go to hell if they don't get what I'm saying. What black
Yes, sir.
people, black men used to have was a concept of an all-powerful God of justice, as well as a God of judgment and a God of mercy. These days, if I had to say anything to you about black men, is they don't believe in nothing. They don't even believe in heterosexuality uniformly. It's amazing. Try to get 2 or 3 like-minded black men around any principle. It's hard. It's easier to mobilize and organize black women than black men.
Come on.
In fact, it's easier to get Sister Star to outgive all the men listening to this at one time. Because one of the things is that black men are not just buck broken, sodomized physically, but they're sodomized spiritually when you don't believe in God. I'm talking about the Bible. Yeah. You were talking about the church. The other thing is, like I said, you can be in a car and not be a motorist or a person that knows how to drive. You can go to a religious building but not be a genuine believer and follower of the great life manual called the Bible. The black man has become a goddamn apostate freak.
Come on.
Money, sex, pleasure, unnatural sex, just bullshit. Stupid ass sports controlled by the people. Now you got to be gay to be a pro athlete. All this crazy shit. Got to wear a dress. This is unheard of. When people had a concept that there was a God and it wasn't a white man or a dollar bill or a degree or being accepted or whatever. And we have become a deluded group of men that don't know anything and don't care to know. And so that one guy asked a straight question and he understood. All those people are there about paper, money. They don't care how many black babies are killed, how much murder goes on, how much AIDS has impacted the community. As long as they get paid, their mission, as has been the mission for decades, actually since at least since the 1940s, but even before, for over 100 years, fund our organizations for us not to really do what the people need. We don't want to serve the masses of black people. We only want to serve a few. We don't have black supermen. We save everybody but ourselves. So the black people in particular, we got this, no, black men. Black men have become dandified bitches and have for decades, and they won't stop being bitches. We use the word bitch because it's us. The biggest bitches in our neighborhoods, are black men. You are bitches. You don't support nothing. Show me something where black people are under attack that black men as a collective are fighting. Drugs in our neighborhood, gangs, illegals, missing persons. You show me the one goddamn thing that black men will stake their fucking lives on to protect their people, not an individual, but a collective, and not 10 black men, but 1,000, 100,000. Like these illegals, put them in a factory, let them not get paid what they're supposed to. These guys will walk out to
They
make
sure
certain that
would.
everyone gets paid. You can be on a job and you hope EEOC, which throws out 97% of the cases and almost all cases on race, especially when they're black. And maybe the EEOC will help you because your own black colleagues will sit there, watch you, and not understand. Because we've got, as the Bible says, having a form of godliness but denying the power therein. We have a form of manhood, but no manhood power. And you will only get manhood power from being connected to God. And you got these stupid ass, satanic, Luciferian, fake ass, degenerate black men calling themselves gods.
Come on.
It's such a goddamn disgrace. You call yourself God, but you're murdering your children, or you're with a woman that murders your children, or you're an abortion clinic getaway driver. You're not a fucking man. You can bust a nut, but you can't create a legacy of a sustained family with intergenerational wealth. Who the fuck are you kidding?
Well, you know what, brother Short? Listen, I love the energy. And but you know what? Listen, you woke something up for me. But I'm gonna hold on to that. I got brother Q in the building. Brother Q from Let's Talk Too, sir. Always a pleasure to see our brother Q. Salute, Q.
Good, ear-
Salute, man.
good early evening, everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Are you up to speed, man? And if you are, what's your take on this so far, man? We just getting started.
This is the passing of the torch from one old ass coon to the next coon.
Come on.
This is Bryant's way of getting baptized for selling out black people. This is his way of the torch being passed from Jesse to him.
Come on. Wake that
Can you
up.
say
Yep.
crap
Jesse,
ties? Crap
Je-
ties.
Jesse, with all due respect, I'm not judging him as far as being his maker, but let the old man go.
Yeah, let him work.
He looked
Yeah,
bad. He looked bad out there,
cook in
and it's
hell.
it's almost sad. I was checking out the brother who did the commentary. I don't know if he's black, white, Puerto Rican, whatever,
Hmm.
but it's almost amazing. In thinking about what Doctor Short was saying, is these traders have been going on for generation, and they don't die. They multiply.
Come on. Come on.
They need to die. They need to go off. They need to just
Mm,
go away.
mm,
They are
mm,
enemies.
mhm.
They are enemies. And we can sit here, myself, Chef, Dr. Short. You don't even need us to tell you. You got an individual who was there telling you that they're enemies to the black community. And he
Which
might not
is
even be black.
wild. And hey, Q, and he may not even be. He probably have no connection to the black community. The dude look blue eyed. He looked like a Spaniard.
And then you get the people that say, and it's interesting because I had this conversation with someone today. They say, "Oh, we wouldn't do those jobs. We don't wouldn't do those jobs." Bullshit.
Come on, man.
If you don't live in a city, you're gonna farm. That's just gonna be the way of life. If you live in a major city, it might not be no land to farm, but you're gonna adjust.
Right.
And this video needs to go viral. This video needs to be talked about more because it's really sad that we have a small selection of black Americans who see this and call it out, and the larger community from us, they act like they don't care
That
because
part.
they
Come on.
don't.
Come
They
on, Q.
don't.
Because
We would we
they're not men, and that gets back to my point. Fagonist. We
we would
are
rather.
a back broken brother fucker male culture. Okay, it's the
Yes,
same way we've been doing this pat talk for what, a year plus, and
Mm-hmm.
Sister Star and the sisters 150 million times support us way more than all the little taker motherfuckers out there listening who whine about nobody speaking to black male issues, and when black men do it, they think this shit is free. They act like a bitch who's getting child support.
Mm.
Your asses are castrated even when you're not on a job. You don't know how to give, don't know how to support, won't share, won't help, won't supposed to carry your ass across the threshold of life. We got bitch male bitch car that kill they
enter
can't.
the matrix.
Hold on, brother Short. Hold on, brother Short. They got you. Now go ahead and try to talk. Let's see if it reset. Go ahead, talk.
Okay, we got a
Nah,
bitch
nah,
male
nah.
culture.
Do me a favor, brother Short. Drop down and come back in. They got you.
And the reality, and I'll just pick up until Dr. Short comes back. The reality is that what more proof as black people do we need? Like, honestly, let's all ask ourselves as individuals who are in the chat, who are listening to the broadcast, what more proof do you need
Right.
that we have to clean house first before we get any substantial progress?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What could a coon do for you?
Come on.
Nothing. But continue to send you, your family, to the slaughterhouse. Lambs to the slaughterhouse.
Mm,
That,
mm,
that
mm.
part. That part. Keep
That's what
cooking, Q.
we're being. We're being slaughtered. And the only way is you could be, and I respect a lot of people that's have came before us that been calling it out, like our sister Cynthia McKinney. But at a certain point, I see why she just left and got away from it.
Mm.
I see why. Because you're fighting an uphill battle, and people will ostracize you because you're calling out the traitors.
That part. Come on. Come on.
The very same people who are affected, because the reality is that a lot of us may not be directly affected by these people's treachery.
No,
These
everybody's
people,
impacted
most of
by
us
that.
in the major cities, most of us live in a food desert.
Mm.
They don't talk about that. They're not addressing that. They're not addressing getting these major supermarkets in the inner cities to help people. They literally got more Planned Parenthood facilities in black communities than supermarkets.
Wake that the fuck up. Come on. Come on.
Mm.
Or whatever's
And
left of the black communities.
and I never bring up religion, but these are the people of what cloth? That same cloth that they supposed to be the people that need to be wrapped around their neck.
Mm.
Come on. Come on.
These
Amen.
people are traitors.
Traitors to God, man. Look, Jesse Jackass. I just want to say this because this shit isn't new. When Jesse Jackson bought first property in D.C., it was a house I lived in. Why'd he buy the house? To have a place to fuck women other than his wife.
Mm. Come on.
Right? I'm just telling you. And in order for him to have a trick pad, a family that was doing community work was rendered homeless. My family, 50 years ago, okay, 50 years ago. He's been a piece of shit all this time, and he was complicit in Martin Luther King's assassination. He was there when what's this guy's name? Whitney Young was assassinated off of the coast of Nigeria. Jesse Jackson's is a part of the betrayal of black people. Jamal Bryant, like I'll tell anyone, I'm not an advocate for violence, but had people been there to throw tomatoes and eggs at them, this would have been a more effective rally. Black people are such whore clout chasers. Even the little bitch nigga with the doo-doo ball dreads that was looking all quizzical like he could get a blowjob out of Jesse in the wheelchair.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to call it what it is. I don't care what, and by the way, people should be sponsoring this show. I know how to make people go away. Where's the people's damn money on Father's Day? Chef C is a father figure. Q is a father figure. Juan is a father figure. Punk ass nigga, look at him. He's probably got an X-ray camera on his phone so he can see what Jesse got packing in the chair. Look, we don't do anything if the oppressor funds our elimination and he gives crumbs to our traders and we don't do anything for it, then we've incentivized our own elimination.
Come on.
Our action our inaction, our failure to act. And I'm going to tell you something. People don't respect black men because black men ain't respectable as a collective. And I'm sick and tired of wanting to get an Uber or a taxi. And because we got liar, grifter, stealing, lying, chiseling black men, we pay for them. We pay for these fucked up black men. And every time you meet a fucked up black woman with a bitch attitude where you want to jab slap the bitch, she's been hurt and raped since she was born by another black man or a brother or uncle. We pay an incredible psychological tax for fucked up black men who don't give a damn. And I want to fucking have a tax revolt. So fuck all the fake ass black men out there. There are millions of you, not shit. Y'all should all be castrated or commit suicide. Get the fuck out of our way so we can find the real ones. So we can do something. I'm just saying this. You talk to other people that are organizers, all the begging and shit you got to do to get people to come together for their own benefit. It's as if they just want to say no to things changing for their betterment because it's your idea. Can't believe that somebody don't want to rip off or rape, So I'm just telling you, we're going to get downsized. When I was doing the funeral last week, and just a lot of niggas are just based out, bombed out. I mean, god damn. I mean, the wreckage. And these are the people that want to make all the bastards. And we keep to make them seem, okay, we don't use the word bastard anymore. Yes, we have a bastard culture. One of the big problems is this. On Father's Day, we got to talk about it. Is that there is not a pussy shortage. There's a father shortage. There's a patriarch shortage. There's a real matriarch which works with the patriarch shortage. And we've got a glut of bastards, whores, sorry-ass people, godless, unchurched, people with no respect for anything. And they're fucking a disgrace. And yes, the illegals and other people are here to replace our asses, and they don't care. But
salute, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say we have our first sponsor and a contributor to today's broadcast. But we have our first sponsor, our brother Juan J. Johnson, LWF, who happens to also be the sponsor of season 2 on their next podcast. But we appreciate him putting on and keeping this thing going. So salute to my brother Juan J. Johnson, LWF Training, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. We appreciate you, brother Juan J. Johnson. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we have Brother J. McMorris, Jonathan Morris with a broadcast contribution today, helping us keep the kitchen open today, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you, Brother Jonathan, for coming through. Salute to you. Yes, indeed. Appreciate both of our brothers coming through and putting on lip service ain't real service. We appreciate these brothers here today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep the conversation going where it needs to go. Okay? Because again, in a system such as this, we need to understand that there are so many sympathizers who are at a particular point in life where you cannot save them, ladies and gentlemen. The very thing that makes us great people here in these United States is what is weaponized to fucking to get rid of us, y'all. They're using the very moral fiber that makes us who we are to genocide us. Okay? I just want to make it very, very plain to a lot of folks. Our welcoming attitude and mentality to everyone is the thing that got all your Martin Luther King drives and boulevards looking like fucking deserts throughout this country. When they used to be really nice. Black folks dressed up looking fly. Right? Industries that we were running on these Martin Luther King boulevards. Most of them now look like ruins, third world countries. And now a good amount of them are making room for the very illegal immigrant that so many of these fucking bootlicks love. Okay? Your civil rights ain't never been your rights. It's been everybody else's. And that was the trick bag. Let's bring this thing up here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and bring this. Now, hear it from I guess they could call this a Mexican American. Okay? Well, let's hear how she feels about a lot of what seems to be going on out here. Fair use.
We do not move to America because we think it's a better country. We move here because it's a little less worse than our other countries. Because you're
little less worse. Let's go there. You know what? Let me play this and then we'll have a commentary. Sometimes these folks could trigger your boy. But I need to, peel it back and let's percolate and hear her. Hear what she says particularly. Let's remove the emotions and let's understand that this is a lady who is, first and foremost, is a female, right? Because Negroes immediately like to cape for these exotics. See, she got the long hair, she got the glasses. Somebody looking at this screen right now, yo, I hit that. Somebody looking at this screen right now saying that some Negro in particular is looking at this screen right now and say, you know what, I still hit that. No matter what she about to say.
Even if her family's going to kill me, it'll be worth dying. For some exotic coups. I mean, just
come on.
Despicable black men that fuck a weak ass swirler traitor Benedict Arnold coon ass niggas out there.
Right. Let's play this. Yes, sir. That's right, brother.
stupid to think that we moved to this country for some hot dogs and some baseball. We have better vibes, music, food, culture, history, literally all of the above. We just moved here because we are looking to make more money and offer a better chance for our families.
Conquest! If I ever heard it. Conquest. Fuck what you had. It's my turn now. It's my family's turn now. Negroes. I don't care that you, quote unquote, built the country. That's not me saying the quote unquote. That's them. I don't care that you got all these inventions. My family need that up off you. Black America. This is your Mexican chick. My family need all of that shit that you got. Run me that. Run me all those inventions. Run me all that creativity. Run me all of that style. I'll give you a little coochie in the meantime. That's nothing for us because we give our pussy all the time over there.
With that big ass rape tree at the border with their drawers hanging up everywhere.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
This is a woman. This is a first and foremost, cats is seeing a woman with glasses. I'm seeing a fucking mercenary.
With the pussy.
Negro money,
Come on, man. We
negro
gotta.
money, come.
Yeah, it's. Let's play some more of this. Let's go.
Did you know that the minimum wage a day, not an hour, a day in Mexico is not even 15 American dollars? Not even 15 American dollars. Right now with $15 in San Diego, I could go maybe buy a matcha and half of a granola bar, honey. If you support ICE, you support people getting destroyed. If you support families getting destroyed, I hope you rot in hell.
I support ICE, and I should call. If I could call, you know what? Let me write this down. Hold on. I'm calling ICE on her ass after this broadcast.
You know what? Why does she hate hell? It doesn't have a border. I don't get it.
She gonna burn by her damn self with a burrito in her hand.
Why does she hate hell? It has no border.
Okay. Look. I'm gonna go to Q.
Okay, I repeat. Why do you hate hell? It has no border.
Hey. I'm gonna let it percolate for a touch, brother. Short. Q, go ahead, man. Over 80 plus in the building. Keep hitting the likes. Keep sharing this with all of your immigration
And
sympathizers.
Keep contributing.
And keep there you
giving.
go.
That's right. Give Chef. Let him on Father's Day cook. He wants something other than Chef Boyardee. He wants to get some artisanal ravioli and shit, with the little lines and stuff in it. You know what I'm talking about. When Chef have ravioli, he don't want no shit, no can.
No.
Okay. He want like the $50 stuff.
God damn it. I'll just make it myself. God damn it.
Yeah, but the point is, but if you don't, or you go out to have it made.
Yeah.
I mean, and really good raviolis. I understand good ravioli with some ground lamb in it instead of, whatever they've got mystery meat. We need people to give to this. In fact, to just say this, I'm gonna talk about money today, right? Rattle my damn tambourine because Father's Day. Another reason we don't have fathers is that we de-incentivize manhood and fatherhood. In particular, I'm gonna just say it. Black men are the biggest horizontal castrators. If you're a black man out there, you know that you backstabbed and been a bitch and hated on someone. Don't want to be a faggot, but then with the woman, you want that too. I'm gonna just talk about it. We have to stop being bitches. And I'll tell you something. Women give if they really like you. They'll even support a nigga in prison who has other boyfriends if they like him. What do black men support? They don't even support strip clubs that we own. Buy liquor that other people make, cigarettes other people make. We bitch about black women getting their nails and their weave, but there's a lot of stupid shit like grills and tattoos and stupid shit that black men spend money on. We're not going to even get into drugs or alcohol. Black men are the embodiment of fools and money. And we do not put money on each other. You know what? Those illegals, they back each other.
Facts.
They do. They back each other. Black men are backstabbing, two-faced bitches. They're bigger hoes than child support fraudsters. Y'all need to repent, nigga. Give an offering today to Bishop C, Chef C. Write a check. Do something.
Hold on, brother. Shaw. Don't put the bishop on. Let me stay away from the church tag, sir. So let if you want to hit the just hit the kitchen, y'all. But we got Deacon Short in here. We got Brother Deacon Short.
The kitchen is like next to the choir where the preachers get their money from. At least you got good food. We'll call him
Right.
Bishop Good Food. Bishop C. Good Food. Bishop Chef C. Good Food. And we want
Salute.
folks to support.
Well, I'll say this, brother Short, and I want to go to Q. We got 90. What shit? We got 90 plus in here already. Uh, Definitely make sure you share this with somebody that dislikes the ICE talking point. We support ICE on this particular platform, y'all. That's right. I am a snitch. That's right.
For Jesus.
Proud.
Say it loud.
Okay.
I hate illegals and proud.
Hey.
Just say it loud. I hate
And you
illegal
hear
immigrants and I'm
that's
proud.
yeah,
Say it.
illegal immigrants. That's right. Illegal immigrants, and I'm proud. I'm called. Listen, you hearing it first. I'm calling ICE on her when I get off the broadcast.
Please.
Yeah. But let me go to Brother Q. Brother Q, sir, talk to me, man.
Please, it's Father's Day. Don't separate that beautiful family. Keep that family at the border. Please call ICE. Please do your civic duty. 866-347-2433.
And Cage,
And the reason why it says
and
us, for those
Cage is
that
a
don't know, that means
Hold on, Brother Short. Go ahead, Q.
that is the American flag. We
Come on.
are traditional, native, black, descendants of slaves, whatever title you want to give us. We are Americans. Get them out of this country.
Cage is
This
sold
woman is
separately.
this woman is an enemy to the Constitution. She's
Mhm.
telling you she's an enemy to the Constitution.
That's a fact. She's
Do
telling you.
your civic duty. Please, 866-347-2433.
And,
ICE.
and she,
And there is a financial reward involved.
okay, and you
Register
know
your
what?
name
Mhm.
and be deputized as a unofficial ICE agent. Go
And
to the
you,
local Bravos.
mm.
Go 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 to the local job lots.
Bodega.
Go to
Yeah.
bodegas.
Your
Go
local tire
to
changer. Yeah, go ahead.
Home
Right.
Depot. Go to Lowe's. Go
Your
to those
hospital.
24-hour.
All
Yeah,
these
your
fucked up
hospitals.
nurses. God
Please
damn it, man.
do,
Those hoes be
do your
killing
civic
people.
duty.
And
Help
you know
make
what?
America great again.
And tell that woman she needs to give Waktala his fucking claws back. She has the Black Panther's claws, y'all. See the kind of shit they're doing? Bitch, you need to give him his shit back. She must have taken those off the set, man, of Black Panther. Have you seen nails on anything since you've seen like Black Panther 1? Damn. Look at the nails again. Put that shit up, Chef C. Give
Hold
those
on. Let
things back.
me.
Those things belong to what's his name? Chadwick Boseman's outfit. The
Oh,
nails she's got.
T'Challa.
T'Challa. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
T'Challa.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
T'Challa's nails that she's got. Get those shits back. They steal everything.
Yeah. Black Panther. But
Don't
listen,
let nobody fool y'all. It's a whole bunch of people calling ICE. You might as well do it. Get the money. You won't have problems at the gas station, at the grocery store. Let an immigrant help you take care of
And,
your family.
and calling
Any
ICE,
illegal, get them out of here.
is the new black job. Y'all need to get y'all black jobs on. It's that's your black
look.
job, calling ICE.
But hold on. Let me give you what you need now, because I need some folks to be able to make the right kind of calls now. There's some that are a little more outspoken, and then there are others who are slightly reserved, ladies and gentlemen. But I want you to get a good look of one of the outspoken versions of these illegal immigrants here, because they've been able to feed a little bit of rice and peas, and they get emboldened because you niggas go on and get rice and peas with the adobo baked chicken. And then talk about some extra sauce. You got to cut that shit out, man. Look, let's go ahead and play this, y'all. Let's play this.
You go to Carver, nigga. I'm fake, nigga. I know you do, dog. I'll spit on your plate. I'll put my dick on your plate, nigga. Fuck your family. Fuck your kids, nigga. That's all this. I can't sleep comfortably because of you.
Hold on. Can't sleep comfortably because of you now. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand that you think this particular little Runt is the only one who has that sentiment. All right. Then he's got his little partner in crime. All right. You got some niggas, they'll hit this. Somebody would hit this. Because she sound the way she sound. Niggas is attracted to to her voice. Stupid shit.
Be fucking getting a whole fucking plate. He be fucking expecting us to give us a whole fucking shit. That nigga right there.
You go to Kava?
Yeah, you do, nigga. Stop playing. Yeah, you do. Nigga, act like I don't know your fucking face. Stop fucking playing. Fucking talking about, can I get a fucking discount? Can I get a fucking this? Can I get a fucking that? That nigga right there. Point that shit at him right there. Point that shit at there right there.
He doesn't look like he go to Kava, though.
And this cat right here with the little joint, he looked like an immigrant too under that mask. Don't get it twisted with these types either. This is an immigrant under that mask. But they thing is that monetizing this content. That's all they want to do is run around. They don't care who it displaces.
I want to hear you say it.
All right.
Your name is Toby. You're going to learn to say your name. Let me hear you say it. What's your name?
Right. Right.
When the master gives you something, you take it. He gave you a name. It's a nice name. It's Toby. And it's going to be yours till the day you die. Now, I know you understand me. And I want to hear it. Again!
You got the whole clip this time, Q? Let's play some more.
I want to hear you say your name. Your name is Toby. What's your name?
He about to copyright the shit out of this.
They're going to whip him dead.
Come on.
What's your name? Say it. Toby. Who are you? Say your name. What's your name? Toby.
This is a damn shame. Look, let's play some more of this. Bye.
Get back to no shit. Hell no. Hell no.
He ain't going to that Kava.
What's your favorite thing to order at Kava?
Everything.
These are your service providers, y'all. These are your service providers.
You think they ain't spitting in your food?
No, say that again, Q.
You think they ain't spitting in your food? When you come in the store, they'll just and it ain't about, let's just say it's about politics. They'll say, "Oh, you look like you don't support what we doing. You don't look like you down with our cause. Let's spit in this food."
But look, I mean, again, this is the type of bullshit that we have to. There's so many people, man. I was down in the Carolinas cooking for a family. And I've known that particular area for years, y'all. Okay? That was always predominantly a Black American community, to be very clear. Predominantly Black American the whole time. Actually, just Black American. Okay? But I went down there because I had a service to provide, okay, over the weekend. And for the first time going down there, ladies and gentlemen, I saw a Mexican chick walking those country roads, just randomly walking outside. And it messed me up so bad. It really, really did. It messed me up so bad seeing that Mexican girl walk on the side of the road. And then I found out at a separate time that another Latino guy just bought up about 40 acres down the road. Now, these are totally different people, not from the same family, nothing, right? And I say to the person, as a Black American living over there, I said, "What? You said a Latino guy just bought up 40 acres in this community?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "There goes the fucking neighborhood." And guess what the response was that I got? "Well, they much more quieter than the Black folks that live behind where we at." What? They don't even be loud like that. Oh, It's much better to have them come over in the community than to be dealing with these Negroes, essentially. Still dealing with them. It is so diabolical, y'all, that the work to even usher in these new folks is done by a particular type of black American, right? Who has a mindset that let me just welcome everybody. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, you're sitting here acting as if, right? You're sitting here acting as if this person who just bought 40 acres down the street from you, walking up the street, is coming to say hi because he wants to be a part of the neighborhood instead of taking over the neighborhood. See, you don't have a fucking understanding of what's happening to where you are. It fucking ruined my, it killed me because I know that community particularly. My whole life I've known that community to be just black Americans, y'all. And the willingness, the openly willingness just to other people come in there, right? And never just, it's okay to be selfish, right? It's okay to say, this is just for us. But Negroes have abandoned that particular mindset. We wonder how immigration became so effective, right? And then we hear about the great migration that took place in the 60s or a little earlier, if I'm correct, Brother Short. Help me out if I'm inaccurate there. Okay.
1915 to 1970.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We wonder, how did it happen so easily? Then we see it happen in our time, real time, ladies and gentlemen. Just over the last 4 years, we saw the floodgates reopen and people get flooded in here. Dr. Short's been alive long enough to see more of that happen in different waves than I have. Even Brother Q, right, Brother Q? I'm the youngest on the panel right now. But, having watched it and bared witness to it just now over the last 4 years, and then to go into these old communities that for those that see them, those old black communities that used to exist, and you finally see some other ethnicities walking around there, you said this shit is over. And nobody, it doesn't ring a bell in their minds, ladies and gentlemen, say, Mayday, Mayday, some shit is happening. Slow it down. No, it's let them in. So the guy who just bought 40 acres down the street from this particular family that I was speaking to, right, walked through the entire neighborhood. He took it upon himself. Check this. Now the highway it's a long road. One of them old down south roads. The Spanish guy took it upon himself to go to every black house, shake their hands, and introduce himself. I said, there goes the neighborhood. You guys think that this is a fucking a celebration? No, he's telling you, I'm here to stay, and at some point you're gonna have to get down or lay down. I'm here to take shit over. Conquest. Go ahead, Brother Short. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, I want to say this. I have to blame the main people who fucked us up. And it's the crooked-ass boule church leadership that teaches people that everybody is brothers and sisters and everybody is friends. It's interesting you celebrate David killing Goliath, but whose head do we cut off that's bothering us? Right? You teach us that Judas was wrong to sell Jesus out, but yet treason is the modality of the black. It's the methodology of black leadership in this country is betrayal. So we're the only people that the traitors the rapists, the pedophiles, the backstabbers. I mean, that openly do it. And white folks have pedophiles and backstabbers, but this shit's kind of cloaked. It's dressed up, right? We're the only people that get folks who are meaning us harm and actively show us that. We celebrate them. It's very confusing and enraging to even people that hate us. Like the guy that was at that press conference. Why are they doing this to their own? And there was no one black who heard what he said that came up to talk to him, to say thank you. Or, right? In other words, and I know what it's like to be at a gubernatorial a primary, right? A primary meeting, political rally in Maryland. Wow. 11 years ago. And I put a question to the gentleman who was a congressman. What's his name? He was a congressman. He's left Congress. He couldn't win anything, but he's Jamaican and Swiss from Maryland. And I asked him, what was he going to do for blacks in Maryland? And he mentioned that we support gay marriage, we legalize marijuana, and we're against the death penalty. Okay. And nobody, I was there, not a person. There were hundreds of people in the room. Nobody responded. In fact, I can't even believe my question got through. But the sister saw the question, and passed it through. And he could say that in a room of people. It wasn't reported, it didn't happen. Our people are under Luciferian delusion. We're spiritually dead already, Chef C. And the only hope people have is to turn to God real fast. Sinners run to Jesus while you can. I'm not talking about T.D. Jakes's lube and tube Jesus.
Come on.
I'm talking about Nat Turner's Jesus. I'm talking about Frederick Douglass's Jesus. Harriet Tubman's Jesus. Medgar Evers' Jesus. That's what I don't like about black men and black people. We have examples of the right way, but most of us are liar, bitch ass, coward, phonies. We need to see that shit in the crowd, or it doesn't count. So if I see you, know what I'm talking about, Chef C. There'll be other brothers that are cooks, whatever, chefs. They'll see you, but because you don't have 10, 20 people around saying Chef C is great, he's not great, even though we see it. We need people that hate us to tell us that Chef C is good. Only then. That's too fucking late. The Bible has this thing talks about the 5 stupid virgins. These are hoes that end up in hell because they know shit's about to change. And they have instructions of what's necessary to hook up with the person that's going to take them to the next level. And you know what they do? They waste all their oil. They party. And then when they hear, oh my God, the change is about to come, they go to the people that did things the right way and said, hey, look, mess up your opportunity and help us because we fucked up because we were stupid. So we get to benefit for what we didn't work for or didn't hold out for. And that's what I'm saying. There's going to be a delineation between you atheistical, Luciferian, satanic type black folks who don't know right from wrong or don't want to know, who need 100 people who are Klansmen to tell you a black person's good. And yet you'll say white man's the devil at the same time. Have you ever noticed shit like that? I mean, what is it? If he's the devil, why is he the standard? If he's the devil, why do I have to impress him to talk to you? Who the fuck are you?
Come on.
So what I'm looking at is that the movement, now I'm going to do the history. I just had to get that off my chest because I just want to scream and yell at, and maybe some illegals need to do some home invasions on some of these people. Beat them up.
Come on.
like they did. They did home invasions all over LA. And at the height of Negroes just killing each other by the hundreds each year in Los Angeles, they never shot up the gangsters from the other community that were firebombing them. Isn't that interesting? We never shoot a killer cop, never shoot a slumlord that just, only somebody that may not even want to fight, weak ass, punk ass, coward ass black men can lift 1,000,000 pounds in the gym and can't lift his zipper to stand up to someone threatening his community. But I'm going to say something to you. The whole movement of the Black Boule and the so-called integrationists was the ethnocide, the destruction of black people. We're in the middle of a project of our extermination by people like Jamal Bryant and others. I mean, it's in your face. And so that guy could ask them a question and none of them could defend it. He asked. They didn't even have a spin to lie. They don't even have to lie because we're so fucking stupid as a collective. I mean, all these black men that fight over practically nothing, everybody got happy about the fight on the docks down in Montgomery. One of the best things that could ever happen was a crowd of black men beat those people's asses at Rainbow Push. I mean, it would send, that would shock them. Let me tell you something. Martin Luther King's ass, people threatened to beat his ass in Chicago. Martin Luther King's ass got more radical, but niggas grabbed him and said, we're going to beat the shit out of you, nigga preacher. We're going to tell you what time it is. So yeah, they did. They got Dr. King. And basically, Dr. King was in the custody of black gangsters for like a whole 2 days. And they schooled his ass. When you start hearing Martin Luther King make sense, they grabbed his boule bushy ass
and sat him down.
And said, we're going to beat your fucking ass. We're going to melt your fucking Nobel Prize to make you drink it. Yeah, we got to drain your ass not coming out this hole. We're going to put you in. This is the power concedes nothing. The power of our boule traders will never, ever concede anything until we have a regime change, or I like the German word, a putsch. In fact, 101 years ago, Hitler just tried to take power in Germany. We need to take power in our community by any means necessary. And we need to shove some of these old people out the way. I mean, it's really easy to do. Do you realize that Al Sharpton used to have a radio show where you could call into it here in D.C.? You could just call in. You know, I got on the line once, right? And I laid into him and Jesse and Sharpton. This is 19 years ago. They changed the format of the show for me. One person. They said, no more questions, set everything off. Because I got their asses on the ropes. They're not the smartest people. But they operate in what I call ignocracy. We don't have democracy. We have the rule of the stupid, the sellout, the traitor. We're under a dictatorship of bankrupt, immoral people like Jamal Bryant. Jamal Bryant is in Atlanta because gangsters and people ran his ass out of Baltimore. He had to leave because they were going to kill him. Okay? And he went to some place that was a little more faggoty and a little more strange than Baltimore, and he went to Atlanta. And that's why you're hearing about him. And until the broke-ass people in Atlanta, take some of the dicks out of their mouths and their asses and stand up. I don't think you can, I don't know, but maybe some experts listening. Maybe you can stand up getting fucked in the ass, but I don't know. I'm never going to find out.
Pause. Goddamn it.
I'm not going to find out. But I used to work for the Howard student paper, and they had an editor named Jason. I forget his last name. And I complained when I was on the paper because the only stories they would do were gay stories. And I asked him, why does everything have to be gay? And he says, well, and it says, well, what's your point? I says, can't you stand up as well as bend over?
Pause.
And they called the security. I had to get out the building. They go like have me like picked up. I was a bigot. I didn't say no gay stories. I says, but can't black people, people that don't suck dick, get equal time? And it's interesting. Let me tell you, a group of people that stick together, black folk that are sexually compromised, they're an army. Black pedophiles, black degenerates, black stud feminists, bull dagger dykes, pork chops, they're unified in their garbage. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. All the pussy loving black men out there, you guys aren't shit. Just because you put your nut in the right hole, that's just the start of fucking things that men do. Where's your army? Where's your intelligence service? Where's your mutual fund, your investment group? There's a hell of a lot more to being straight than putting your dick in a pussy. And nowadays, y'all want ass more than you want pussy. Some of these ladies have not had a dick stuck in them from the front door. They're tired of being tight ends. They want to be wide receivers. And now, basically, you straight brothers like the same sex as the guys in jail, but well, it's a woman's ass. To me, no, put it in a pussy if you're a real man. A lot of women out here are mad. I mean, and they're tired of having to do all these blowjobs, although more of them could do that and work hard to do it with enthusiasm. Like it's Father's Day, smoke the mic really good, right? I mean, double down, and you know what? Practice opera singing and breathing so you can like get it all in there, right? And be generous, right? You don't have to spit it all out. But
pause. Well, go ahead, yeah.
Just black men, we can't go on this dumb shit we're on. There are too few black men, and there are lots of black males. Lots of simps, faggots, brotherfuckers, just waste black men. Damn, it's like maybe, the fentanyl epidemic would do us a favor if it just got rid of the no good black people. Shit, I mean, it's like really fucking up white people in Appalachian shit, clearing shit out. In fact, the illegals love that. And by the way, it's the same black men who can't stand up to illegals. You know why they like them? The illegals are their bosses helping them to sell this drug that's killing black people now, that's pushing up suicide and overdose rates. So a lot of these people, the black jobs now, is reselling the murder drugs that these illegals have brought up here. Let's just talk sorry ass black men. I mean,
real quick, brother Dr. Short, let me do something here. Brother Derek, I appreciate your contribution, sir. Thank you for helping us keep the lights on in here, sir. Salute to you as well, man. Thank you, brother Derek. We appreciate you, man.
I need to thank brother Derek because I know I be making these weak ass brothers mad. Brother Derek sent a donation. God bless him, because I be making the brotherfuckers mad, and that's my mission, to make you mad. Some need to tell you y'all fucked up. I got pussy, but you got no political power. I got pussy, but you don't have children with your last name. I got pussy, you don't got no community. You got no respect. You got no army. You got no money saved. You got no intergenerational wealth. You've got no security. You've got no human rights, but you got pussy. Damn. Seems like you can have pussy and the other things. In fact, from the Gospel of Dr. Short, choose ye this day pussy you will not serve, and all these things shall be added unto you. You can, too, be heterosexual and have political social power, know how to fucking read, write, count, multiply, and do something other than, I got a big dick. We got to be more than that. It sound like you are some kind of stereotype of a slave breeding plantation. I got a big dick.
Brother Dr. Short. Salute to my sister, DW. I see you, sis. What's happening to Queen DW in the building, y'all? Salute to our sis for checking. Hannibal, salute. I see you as well. Salute to Hannibal. We got a few other people that just came in as well. I see y'all. Let me see. Hannibal, my brother Black Laren. Salute, brother Black Laren, checking in. The link is in there, brother Black Laren. If you want to check in on this, we got about maybe another 20 minutes or so, and then I'm shutting him down. Who else did I miss in here? Brother Rodney, salute. Brother Bunker. Who else did I miss in here? Brother Chris, I see you, Chris. Who else? Who else did I miss in here? Pardon me, y'all, if I missed you. Suprelo, and who else we got in here? Do, and who else did I miss? Pardon me if I missed, but anyway, salute to all of y'all that's checking. 90 plus in the building. Q, man, let me go to you because I got this clip I'm going to play here, man. Another melanated apologist, who's masquerading as a black American, crashing all the way out for this whole immigration situation. But what say you, sir?
Hey, listen. It's plain and simple. When you're around a coon, when you're around a sellout,
Oh, here you go. Come
just let
come
them
on,
know.
man.
They need to be purged up out of here. They need to go. They need to go. What's amazing is Chef C and myself, a few broadcasts ago, a lot of people didn't understand when we talked about the code, and how we don't like that. That code is being thrown around so loosely as far as leadership. But the bottom line is you should know the code. The code should be embedded in your DNA. It should be from the soil.
Come on.
But we continuously embolden these coons, these sellouts. Like Dr. Short said, if you know anything about Jamal Bryant, he literally got ran out of Baltimore, doubled down, and ran down Atlanta. And nobody holds him accountable. His congregation don't say nothing. His congregation don't say nothing about some of his outside activities.
He's a whore. He's a slut.
They
He's
don't do nothing.
allegedly a pedophile. I mean, damn it. What does he have to do? Die of, you know what? I got there. If he died of AIDS, only then would people even say, well, he had some problems. Well, but he was more good than bad. That's the thing. You know what? I'll tell you something.
Well, hold that thought, brother Short. Let Q finish his thought, sir. Then I'll go to you.
I'm listening to Dr. Short, and I'm when you start reminiscing and you start thinking about that this behavior goes on, you have to question yourself. I'm convinced that the black community as a whole like to be fucked. We like this shit.
Yeah. The only difference between a tranny and a sex worker and average black folks is that those folks do it for the money. And they've got a movement.
We do it to say I'm black and I'm proud.
Well, no, they don't. They're not black and proud. They're just doing it because, well, it's sort of like animals in heat. Nothing has a purpose. It's just, you know what? Black people, that's why I use the term blacknecks. We're like the white folks that are on crystal meth and ice and shit and Pabst Blue Ribbon and Rolling Rock and all the little cheap ass beers that niggas and white people. We're like rednecks without any white status. We're just like rednecks. The only difference is the redneck is white. And that's why if you go to certain places in the country, you'll find that you'll see black addicts in Baltimore. Baltimore is one place where you'll see black and white junkies together, rednecks and broke down ass bootleg niggas, all on drugs together, heroin and everything else hanging out together. And they're in unity. A significant element of our population is nothing but melanated rednecks were just as wild, nasty, goofy, and trashy. I'll tell you something. White male rednecks, you can get them at least around whiteness. Blacknecks, there's nothing that they'll fight for beyond their individual. It's basically me and my dick against the world. And you know what? They don't even like black women. They don't like black pussy, but they don't like the people that have them. I just those on four holes: a mouth, a vagina, a butthole, and a pocketbook opening. That's all those fuckers care about. Four holes. They don't give a damn about women. Don't give a damn if the baby come out the pussy hole, this, that, and the other. And like ass sex more than in prison, and you have more sex they have, and you have options. The guys in jail be treating women like queen and shit, even if they murders and this and shit. So that's it. I mean, what the fuck do you stand for?
Hey, you breaking up again, brother Short, brother Dr. Short. They do me a favor, kick down, kick back up. You got him again. Brother Q, you got the flow, sir. Let me see. They on it.
I mean, it's self-explanatory. It's time that the people, the brothers on the panel, it's time that everybody in the chat. It's time that we really take a stand and not allow these type of conversations should not keep being regurgitated over and over on various platforms. These people have sold us out, and they need to be treated as traitors.
Right. You know,
they shouldn't even be around no more. They should just go off into pasture. But they're still around because people still think it's some good left in them.
It's nothing good. They want to screw those guys and get familiar AIDS and babies out of wedlock to look into.
Brother Short, they on you, man. You really sound bad, brother Dr. Short. Really sound bad, sir. All right, give me a sec. Let Q finish his thought and let's see if it recalibrates. Salute, Big Meech. I see you. Go ahead, Q.
When you look at Jesse Jackson, and you know about the story, and we done talked about on the show various times, that this man was chasing notoriety so bad that he literally put Dr. King's blood all over his clothes just so he could say that he got Dr. King's blood on him and be held as a sympathized figure. Just think about that. This is the mindset of King Coon, because that's what he is. He's a King Coon.
Well, he hasn't fallen off the Empire State Building yet. We need to push
there you
this
go.
ass
You nice
off.
and clear now, brother Short. You nice and clear.
God, that's the same. All of the
damn.
Yes.
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. You're
Just this is Father's Day, and we need to be real about what fathers do. Fathers protect. I was reading a story about in Russia. This man caught another man raping his child, and he made the man dig a grave, and then he killed him. And that's my kind of dad. We've got an epidemic of pedophilia where people walk around as heroes. Some of them are rap stars, as some of your asses will die for, with baby oil and all this evidence is something that's really awful. And most people are upset that Diddy's parties ended, that they didn't get to be A-list, and that A stands for ass. Ass-listers to make it to Diddy's parties. It's really, let's be completely honest, that there's a lot of anger that, well, Diddy, those are consenting adults. Well, but you make it seem like it's just a man and a woman. What about all these young guys? Was
Mm.
Justin Bieber a consenting adult? Was Usher a consenting adult? Was Brown, what's this boy's name? One's always in trouble and shit, trying to prove he's a man. Come on, Chris Brown. Okay, we've become a
You
real
talk you
I
mean
hate to admit-
Orlando Brown, right?
No, I mean Chris Brown. Something
Okay.
happened with Rihanna. I'm not saying it happened to him,
Oh,
but
okay,
maybe
okay.
something did.
Copy.
That business. Why aren't we upset about any of this? Missing women, missing children, child and family services, stealing and raping kids over the country. And you know what? Not a fucking number from black men. In fact, I mean, get the average white man even see a white woman with a black man, he's ready to kill all the black people worldwide. Even if the white woman handcuffed and attacked a black man, he's willing to punish for his. He don't even want the white woman. He may even be gay. He doesn't want to see a white woman with a black man. And he'll fight. Even a white sodomite. What do straight black men such thing as a straight black man? I don't think so. I don't believe it. I will believe that when I see people fighting for their communities, for jobs, for sanity. For Jamal Bryant's ass to just have a group of black men with baseball bats go up to New Birth Church and say, "You're no longer the pastor." And tell any of those big fat women, I don't know when you saw Kamala go there, and it was like the color guard of morbidly overweight black women. They're all about 2 to 3 feet wide. They're all standing with different colors across the front of the church. I mean, damn, those motherfuckers, they could probably keep the tsunami waves back. They're so big. They were all there. Yeah, these bloated, boule bitches. Yes, I said it. And Jamal Brown walks in with enough on steroids. Yeah, a woman got the right to do what she wants with her body. Her body. A woman God, he's like John Lewis. Another person that was moist and degenerate that was Greek. He's a Sigma. What's a little punk ass nigga? Jamal is a Kappa. Why aren't black folks mad at this shit? Why do black men feel like they have to bend over and take it up the ass in these secret societies to be somebody? You know what? These illegals who can't read or write or dress, the ugly ass shoes and the fucked up hats and the weird shaped bodies, but those motherfuckers can come together and conquer. And we can't even come together and conquer and shit anymore. Pretty soon niggas are going to be in the sex dolls and shit. See, rich white men fuck plastic dolls. We can't do. I see this as just another advance in black people for us to move from dealing with physical human beings to become a transhuman person with the sex doll. And by the way, I don't need to sign a prenup with the sex doll. And look, she's white. So I think Dr. King, this is like the white boy. This kind of shit. I mean, I almost wish all those people that COVID shots that spike protein would just kill their asses.
That part. Hold up, brother. Hold up, brother. Dr. Short. Ladies and gentlemen, the wolf is in the building. Brother Juan J. Johnson, sir, are you up to speed, sir? Brother Juan J. Johnson, sir, are you in the building and up to speed, sir?
I am not up to speed. I am driving, but I heard the broadcast, and Dr. Short is cooking with. He's doing a major souffle. Brilliant.
Yeah. Well, brother Dr. Short like to make pies, so he baking a real nice, I believe it's coconut pies, right, Dr. Short? Your special is coconut pies, sir.
Yeah, because they're white like Jesus, so you know I love coconut.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna say this. Can you hear me?
Dr. Short is the president of Coon Busters. We got to understand that this is something that Dr. Short takes pride in, is being a coon buster.
Salute, bro.
And we have kind of fell back from busting coons' ass.
Come on.
They need to go.
Pause.
And wait. I just saw Sister Brooke on here. That's the lady that shut down the Asians, had the whole country trembling. And the black men went and backed her, and he got attacked by some stud ass women. But there should have been more black men to help them out. You know, this is one black woman tired of bullshit. And I have to say, the black men did stand up, and in that instance, they got attacked by pork chops. So were overwhelmed. It was like one of those Chinese human wave things in the Korean War and shit. There wasn't enough napalm and white phosphorus to like shut them down. But black men, we got to fight something other than each other. We have close to 10,000 black on black murders every year. But you can't point to one person who gets their life taken for a justified purpose. I'm not calling for violence. I'm just saying that's interesting. Like this white dude up in Minnesota that shot everybody. I think that shit's horrible. But you know what? Black politicians and preachers, the only people they fear are white people who will get them if they dare speak up for black people. I remember when we had black leaders, you know why? White folks are trying to kill them. I will know that we have real black leaders the day that these people need security and have to move. In South Africa, when the apartheid thing was beginning to end, that was when the blacks who supported their own people's oppression began getting attacked. And they had to be moved to secure areas where they could live without fear of being punished for betraying the people. We must have this movement to punish traitors. Until we have such a movement, we may as well hand our children's rectums and mouths and their vaginas over to the illegals and whoever wants to take it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, let's go to Brother Wolf. Go ahead.
I'm calling for violence. I am going on record on the 15th of June, 2025. I'm calling for violence.
Hold on, Wolf. Ladies and gentlemen, disclaimer.
Yes.
The thoughts and statements are of their own individual prowess. I do not take ownership for what anybody says. This is their own expression, ladies and gentlemen.
With that said, okay, you can say that. We have watched Netanyahu do a preemptive strike on a country. He did a preemptive strike on a country that did not have what he said they had. Okay? Let me be very clear. If we can co-sign what Netanyahu did with no evidence, I'm calling for violence. Now look, you can do violence how you want to, but we have got to get away from this, you know what? This sad, sorry,
Martin Luther King
making concessions. Netanyahu, when I tell you he sent 200, 300 bombs into Iran, unapologetic, went after not just the chemists, but the military and anybody involved with maybe producing nuclear weapons.
Right.
And we sit here like, you know what? Hey, we ain't calling for violence. This dude is like a Caesar. We sit back and watch what he did in time of wake off of violence. Bullshit. If he can do it for his nation and the other country ain't said nothing, ain't did nothing, I'm on board. I side with Netanyahu. Because you know what? If he believes his people under threat, under annihilation, and so are we. So are we. So y'all keep on this peace be still bullshit.
Come on. Yeah.
Netanyahu, man, he went after not just the generals, not just the Ayatollah, the Khomeinis, but the sites. And he did not apologize for killing folks. Talking about targets. The targets mean kill folks. So I'm on record. I follow in the flow of Netanyahu for Black Americans.
Nit said it's up.
Okay? So y'all can keep on being these pacifists and listen to these sisters. Watch this. I didn't see not one sister, not one female speak out against what he did from his culture, from his lineage, from the Jewish community. He need to stop talking to these sisters. I'm done with the sisters. You ain't about that fight, shut your mouth. Because all y'all doing is talking. I don't talk. Y'all know this. I teach you how to stop the threat, which is a short answer for I teach you how to kill people. And I'm not landing my plane. I'm just saying I am with Netanyahu right now. Okay? Because y'all keep on talking. He talking about the salvation, the preservation of his people. And you men that Dr. Short called out, you're worthless. You're beyond worthless. You need to die. A
Hey,
slow death.
come on. Yo, Wolf. Hold on, Wolf. Did you just got a
They
church,
need
sir?
to be done. I hate in the strongest terms weak men. I hate them because they are the ones who got us here. What is here?
Wolf. Hold on then. Shit.
Scared to death Negroes are my enemy.
So I don't know what the conversation was, but I'm going to break it today. And you can use this 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 2 years from now. Yes, I stand with Netanyahu in destroying his enemies. And he ain't talking it, he dropping bombs. All y'all doing is dropping comments. Miss me with that.
Oh
Miss me.
shit. Okay, Wolf. God damn. Hey, listen. Let me hold on. Hey, Q. Let me go to brother Q. Let me go to Q. Q, can you
There's
now?
there's nothing else to say.
I'm just saying, we know,
Close it
we
out.
watch
I
right
close
now.
the show out. There's nothing else to say.
We have watched the Jewish Zionists drop bombs in Iran, and we talking about this other bullshit.
Okay, I see where Wolf at today.
We need to learn a lesson. Stop begging and start acting. That's what's look here. I don't say much. You know why? Because if I believe it, It's done. I'm going after you. I'm gonna take you out. Like Benjamin Netanyahu. He dropping bombs in the middle of Iran. Unapologetic. I took out your scientists. I took out your bases. I took out your uranium pieces. Okay? These are bombs. And black folks online talking about some bullshit. Miss me with that. I mean, you might this may be my last social media post, social media panel. Because I know black men, as Dr. Short say, you cowards. You're the worst. All you do is talk. You don't do nothing else. Miss me with your somebody give me that cue. Can we all just get along?
The house Negro.
Everybody love everybody! Everybody love everybody! Come on!
You want no trouble. Toby be good nigga for master. Good nigga. Don't get Toby way. Toby be
Yeah.
good for your hand, boss. Good for your hand, master. Right. All
So you
right.
can clip this. You can clip it. Netanyahu, he don't send threats.
Hold on now. You 10-toe with Nick. 10-toe with Nick. You know what? Let me play this just to bring it on home. Old world protests, new world conquest, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to make it make sense for those who are like to be slow. Remember, love everybody. Everybody
love everybody! Come on!
I will say, it is very interesting to watch black folks call people immigrants. That is hilarious, right? When the number one immigrant in the world is the white man. The white man is the immigrant in Australia, South Africa, the Americas, right? There's no smoke for the original passport, bro. He has spread his seed throughout the whole planet, but there's no smoke for him. He is the original immigrant, right? So when did the white man become the natural citizen of America, right? So to watch a conquered group of people, which are black Americans, called I'm letting that percolate. A conquered group of people. Okay? A conquered group of people calling for the separation, essentially, of immigrants, including ones like himself. These type of melanatids are the problem. These are your chameleons, y'all. Black America. Your chameleons that some of you Negroes love to say, yo, let's bring them in here. But that motherfucker rarely ever invite you in the house to eat a bowl of jollof. Or eat a plate of oxtails with the rice and peas. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I know. Some of y'all been raised up. You know what type of time it is. But they'll come out here and they make the little social media clips. See, it's rare for a melanated immigrant to have or invite a black American into their house. I want y'all to pay attention to that shit. Anybody, anything is fucking comedy. Black people have no nationality. As he more than likely may be sitting in America. No nationality, no culture, no nothing. Conquered people, etc., etc. 10 toes down on it. But look at his shirt, y'all. Look at his shirt. Right? Black is not a nationality, right? So to classify yourself as black, you are non-descendable, right? So to witness non-descendable people call other people immigrants. What?
It's ill. I've been living in Phoenix, Arizona for about 20 years, and I'm very familiar and have been aligned with Hispanic people. These people are very hard to break, okay? So even these things that's going on with ICE and the federal government, that's not gonna break these people. They'll lose a couple battles, but these people are not easily broken.
He's got a oblita somewhere, y'all. He's got him. He's got him a Maria somewhere that he's loving on. She cooking good for him. Okay. He love them rice and peas. He love that sazon.
It's
Huh?
all good until the cartels start using his house for a spot.
Right. right. Right.
That's what's going to happen. It's all good till the cartels start using his house as a and tell him you're going to be a mule and force him to do it. Like we got to stop
We're
playing games
mules.
of realizing who these people are. This is an individual. Yeah, we know that the word black is a social construct. Who don't know that? But these are the type of Negroes that hate themselves.
Come on. Come on.
That they hate themselves, so they have assimilated or tried to get closer, as Dr. Short would always say, to whiteness. But he's gonna have his moment, as Paul Mooney says. He's gonna have his moment real soon. Because it's only a matter of time before her cousin's uncle tell him, yo, tote this across the state line. And you gonna do it, Joker.
Or
And
end
he
up
gonna be a
dead.
mule. And he gonna be a
But
mule. I
but
guarantee it. If he
but
in Phoenix,
brother,
he knows exactly what I'm saying. He's a mule.
well, brothers, let's just be honest. I said it before. Latino, a whole lot of folks. This is all about some interracial sex and access. And if you need some coochie with some sofrito and pimenta and some salsa in it, if that's what you need,
Come on.
okay.
Come on.
And your life, sort of like white black men getting deleted, messing with the trailer park Karens, then these people already did to us. In fact, in my family, the high yellow part, the ones who could pass, I have some really relatives that really color struck. I'm sorry, I'm not like that, Chef C. I was never down for this light skin's better than dark. I hate that shit. I don't know what to do. I hate it so much, but I'm not like that. But when my Aunt Justice married my Uncle Cleophas, that family that's light skinned, well, I'll just say the name. People in the DC area have heard of the Proctors. I'm sorry, I'm not like that. I'm sorry, I don't have nothing to do with that shit. They had a funeral. You married that fucking nigga Spade, you're dead to us. They had a funeral for that bitch. And my Aunt Justice was a really nice woman, had like straight hair, very nice, sweet, light-skinned lady. Never ever talked about her family. They had a funeral. She became dead to them for marrying dark-skinned person from down country Georgia. Just die. Around this color bullshit. Well, we need to have funerals for the niggas that betray us and that they're dead to us. In fact, that's what I do when I find out you're a coon. You don't really exist anymore. To me, you're just a Klansman with one of those high-end black mask and shit so you can commit crimes. And your ass is dead to me. I don't know you. In fact, I'm going to start doing communion with people in my fellowship. I will not serve communion to a coon. If you're traded to, I won't do your funeral. I don't want nothing. I won't bless your baby. Fuck you. You hate God and your people, then do that shit yourself. I don't want to touch you. I don't want to marry you. I don't want nothing to do. You hate your own people. You deserve what you get. You're dead to us. That's how other people operate through major social ostracism. You want to meet a strong family, put an Indian with the black, especially that Indian person being treated real well, and they know that their family will never, no matter what, the family will say the black person is perfect, but they're black. Okay, you're going to have to give up. And the words of this Pakistani mother to her daughter, who was in Baltimore, black sex doesn't last forever. You can't have our money and his black dick too. You'll have to choose. You can't have both. The mother said, I know you're happy. I know he's kicking that shit out the park every time. I know how he's made you. That dick is so good. You defied us. But you can't have our money and have your little nigger. I know. And see, she's this unhappy Indian bitch, a Pakistani bitch, I'm sorry, same difference, that are in an arranged marriage where nobody's happy and shit. But she did it, and she wanted her daughter to be unhappy with some ignorant ass nigga who's fucking his second cousin and shit. That mother didn't care that the daughter's happy, that he's faithful. He's not on the menu of people that will allow for you to marry, no matter how happy. The mother says, I know how good it is to you. She was jealous. Knowing to be that good, but just look at how he's done. Made you just. You were a good girl. That black dick made you stand up to me, and I won't have it. It's got to go. I told that bitch when I didn't even know her. I said that you're one of those Asian racist bitches. Your family's racist. Well, my boyfriend's black. I said your family's against it. Well, we're married. I said your family's against it. I was speaking at this church, it's Union, I think it's Union Temple Baptist Church in Baltimore. And she came up to introduce me to her black husband. And I rolled my eyes and says, this isn't going to last 10 years. Okay. I met him. Your family still doesn't like him. You know what? She left him eventually. One day she left a note because she wanted the family's money. And she told him, I won't be with anyone else, but I love you. But like the mother said, black sex doesn't last forever. Mariachi pussy has an expiration date. Puerto Ricans sofrito pussy because they look good until they get about 40. Then it all hang out and shit, you know. I don't know what it is in the cellulite, synopticides, you know, like Jesus. Blood and water came out the eye. Well, for them, it's lard and water. This shit doesn't last. And the family don't like and they abuse your kids. And I'm not saying that there aren't mixed couples at work. This is not what I'm suggesting. But the people that did this stuff on the swirl, I hate being black. And I don't want to be amongst my own. Not like you fell in love with someone. I mean, that happens. I'm not going to tell people who to love. But I will say, I don't support swirling, recreational swirling and betraying. That's not cool. And say, I'll tell you something about white guys. Even the Germans could fuck those Jewish women in a concentration camp and still put their ass in the oven. Still put their ass in the chamber. I'm not talking about doing anything like that. But you know what? Black people can't do that. They can't stay on their people's business and fuck too. So since you can't do that, don't fuck anybody that's not in your group.
Come on.
Let's make it simple. Screw your own kind.
Well, I'll tell you
I'm not saying that I'm not saying you can't be with, but we don't do well with that. When I see a black person get with another person, they respect the group they marry into more than the group that they come from. When a black person marries an African or Caribbean, their family demand respect from the black American person. They defer to those fuckers. They act like they're in Buckingham Palace, and those motherfuckers are from slums and shit. And they're nasty. Most of the time, it's not the same amount of respect. Normally, you see the foreign motherfucker, the non-freedman person is in charge. And it's like, oh, I'm so glad to have some foreign pussy. I'm an indentured servant. You know, it's my civic duty to be a slave to non-FBA booty.
Well, I'll tell you what, brother Dr. Short. I'm gonna get ready to shut this thing down, man. What's your final
Let's
words on
shut
this
it down.
particular broadcast?
Support the channel. Support our channels. Don't be a fucking fagonist, a brother fucker, a bitch time out bastard making liar, switch hitting, asshole doo-doo crust eating black dude. Be a fucking fighter black man. And find yourself a woman that doesn't think her tits are balls too. It's not dual purpose. One has milk, one has cum. If you don't get that, don't be with the woman if she's trying to be your man. One day she's gonna wake up riding your ass like Blazing Saddles and shit. And you don't think your name is Trigger. And that was a white horse, by the way. So let's just be straight. Make black American men patriarchs again.
There you go. Come on.
Make America patriarchal again. Mappa. And by the way, and yes, hate feminism. I hate that shit. Burn all of it down. Burn the books. Fuck Alice Walker. That little toadstool looking bell hooks. Fuck that bitch too. I said it. I don't like Oprah. I still don't like you hoes. I haven't forgotten you little traitor pork chop hoes, but we're going to talk about sorry ass black men and get in your fucking pockets and back one another. Invest in one another. Love one another. And I'm not talking about suck a dick. Because I tell you, people that suck dick, they be strong. Pussy eating, pussy loving black men need to stand up.
Salute. Shout out to our brother Dr. Short. Brother Dr. Short, when's your next broadcast, man? What can they look forward to next week? I know you do a Saturday service, but anything coming down? I'm
back to reading. I'm gonna do an Angry Black Man book thing tomorrow.
Okay.
I had to take care. You know, a foreigner nearly killed my mother with morphine and shit. Well, Nigerian bitch, I had to tell her that the guy at ICE, Homeland Security, is in my circle of friends. I'll send all those motherfuckers back to palm oil country. You should have seen that bitch when I said it's like she swallowed a bowling ball or some Kong. Yeah. Now she's all scared and all nice mama and shit. Come on, time. Before, all defined and shit. Leaving foo-foo trails and shit all through the house, having to clean it up. Anyway.
Salute, brother Dr. Short, man. Hey, make sure y'all go over subscribe to our brother Dr. Short, Angry Black Man's Book Club, ladies and gentlemen. My brother Q, man. Any final words? And definitely let them know, man, if you're dropping on Tuesday. Let them know what's shaking with that one if you got that conversation happening on Tuesday, sir.
Yeah. I might do something, man. Just be aware of what's going on, man, and these sellouts, man. These people that run around and say they for the overall black community. We have to, before we attempt to take a step forward on any other things out of the collective, we got to purge these coons, sellouts, and traitors up out of here and stop giving them refuge. Hopefully, me and Sister Azima and myself will be back Tuesday doing what we do, talking about, Constitution, and which is interesting because SCOTUS is about to rule on the 13th Amendment, on the birthright citizenship. And, we know if we from the soil, it don't affect us. It actually affirms who we are. So we'll see.
Salute to our brother Q from Let's Talk To, y'all. Definitely looking forward to that. Make sure y'all lock in with our brother Q. Subscribe to his platform. Let's Talk To YouTube Tuesday. Phenomenal work with him and what he's doing with the sisters over there. So y'all definitely want to check him out. Salute to our brother Q. Definitely, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, I gotta tell you, let's get ready to break it on down, y'all. Phenomenal conversation here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I always want to thank all of y'all for coming through and rocking with me, man, and making sure we do what it is that we do. Unapologetically, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to this particular content here. But I gotta tell you that old world protests, same shit, just a different day. However, those same tactics are now being used by the very people who are here to displace us. You have to remove your empathy when it comes to a particular type of illegal immigrant. Okay? They are not here, right, simply off of equal rights and benefits that come with being here in the United States. They are here for conquest. And there was a saying at one particular time, ladies and gentlemen, they say, the British are coming. All right? No. The Spics are coming, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, I want y'all to always keep your head on a swivel, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't subscribed to my alternate platform, make sure you go ahead and do that. The Cook Up with Chef C, for all your food content needs only over there. We don't have no blackity black. This is what we do it here on All That Next podcast, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves,
stack you hard, fool.
yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, that is our co-sponsor of today's broadcast and season 2 of On That Next podcast. Our brother Juan J. Johnson believes that there is a lone wolf in all of you. So everybody, for your firearms needs, definitely go check him out. lwftraining.com. Get your mind right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, because this shit is very real. Okay? Everybody ain't your friend, no matter how nice and how much coochie or Spanish Latino coochie licking that these folks do. They ain't your friends. And this ain't just the Latinos. Any other immigrant that's here, melanated or not, they're talking against you, don't support, or even stay out of the way. They are an enemy to you, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for joining us here today. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, in a system of white degeneracy, you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. My name is Chef C, and I'm out of here.
To death, Negro.